What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to a new video on my channel. In today's video, I want to go over 5 things that I would want for a Garden Warfare 3. Now, I know that a Garden Warfare 3 is probably never going to happen. It might, it probably won't, but I still want to go over 5 things that I would like. It's good to dream sometimes, even if it's never going to happen. And the gameplay in the background was recorded today, but again, I am not playing right now. Still having issues with the audio. It is getting fixed. I know I keep saying that, but it is getting fixed. I have ordered what I need, so I'm just waiting for it to arrive. And until then, we'll just talk with background footage that I recorded earlier in the day. So yeah, let's get right into it. So at number one, I'm going to talk about the art style of Garden Warfare 3, or what I would want in a Garden Warfare 3. I very much do like the way everything looks in Garden Warfare 2. My main complaint is that everything is a little bit too purple. I've heard other people say that as well, that it's nice and everything, but most of the maps very purple, kind of dark. It would be nicer with a little bit more brightness. There is a mod, I think, on PC. I might be able to put up a photo on the screen if I find anything that is a little bit more brighter, essentially. Like the sky is actually blue and everything. And I feel like that just looks better. I don't know about you guys, but I prefer to play games where it's nice and bright. Like that gives me more energy than everything is just at nighttime or it's just dark. I don't like that too much. I guess you can say Battle for Neighborville did do a fair job at that because I feel like the maps there they're a little bit brighter and it makes a difference for me. It's very good to have more brightness. And for everything else, honestly, it can just be kept the same for me. Like the character designs, the way everything looks, you can just keep it the same. It's very kind of distinct in its own way, just like Fortnite used to be back in the day. Like Chapter 1 Fortnite, very unique, distinct art style. We all recognize it, we all like it. It gives you a deeper connection to the game, essentially. And it also just makes the game more memorable. So they can just keep it the way they had it in Garden Warfare 2, because I feel like the game looks great. A little bit dark, but the game itself looks really good. So you can just keep that. The next point is going to be new characters. I don't know about you guys, but I did not really like the new characters in Battle for Neighborville. I mean, maybe it's just because the game didn't really click with me, so I just didn't like the characters because of that. But I don't know. I didn't feel like they fit into the game, honestly. Really, none of them. Maybe Nightcap, because we have the imp on the zombie side that has low health and can move around. But I did not like the Acorn. I did not like any of the zombie variants. Like for the 80s action hero, for example. I mean, we already have Super Brains. We don't need two characters like that. It's just they're too similar to each other. And the female characters, nah, I didn't like it at all. Honestly, I just feel like if we're gonna have any new characters, we don't really need that many variants. Like we already have a lot of variants in Garden Warfare 2, so add one or two more on each side. That's gonna be enough. And keep Torchwood and Hovergoat, of course, and give them variants as well. They also need that. Now, for any actual suggestions about the variants they would add, I mean the characters they would add, I don't know. I've seen a lot of different concepts, and there's a lot of good ones out there, but I don't even know. Just take any plant or any zombie and just add it in, but just add it in right. That's all that really matters. The third point is going to be maps. Now, I like the maps in Garden Warfare 2. I think they're really good, and some of the maps in Battlefront Everil, they're good as well. However, one complaint that I do have is I feel like a lot of the maps in Garden Warfare 2 is very like it's not that Plant versus Zombies like as much as it is like from a different time period. We have the Rome maps, we have all of the Seeds of Time maps. I know some people like those, some people don't. I think they're cool, but still, like a lot of the maps are like from a different time period in a certain place. Whereas me personally, I like a lot of the maps that are just in a neighborhood or something like that. That's very Plant versus Zombies like for example, SeaTech Factory. Like that's not really anywhere in the world, and that's one of my favorite maps of all time. And also the Frontline Flats map as well. Like these maps, they're just in, I guess you can say the Garden Warfare universe or whatever. Like, and they're some of my favorite maps compared to the maps like, Asia or Sen Peak, I guess it's called, and the Dino map, the prehistoric ones, all of that, the Rome map, they're good. Don't get me wrong, and they did do a good job at like es essentially kind of zombifying the maps a bit. So the maps are great, I like them, but it would be cool to have more like classic actual like Garden Warfare maps that are just not from anywhere, that are just from the universe itself of Garden Warfare. And also just make sure all the maps have some sort of gimmick. Like you might not have noticed that, but the vast majority of maps in Garden Warfare 2 have something going on with them. Like for example, the snow maps. There can be a snowstorm, or the Seeds of Time maps. There's portals you go through, or the Dino maps. You can fall into the lava. Like there's something on every map that makes the map unique and that changes the gameplay a little bit. And that's obviously something they should keep. And some more examples of that. In Frontline Flats, there's the cannons you can use. In SeaTech Factory, there's the large zombie mech that walks around. All of these things, they're small things, but they matter in the grand scheme of the game. So it makes it more enjoyable and it increases the replayability of all of the maps. Because that is something Garden Warfare 2 has done really well is great replayability because of all the different variants, honestly. Like because there's so many variants, you can just whenever you get into a fight, it's not gonna be like your last fight because you're gonna fight a different character and you yourself are gonna be a different character. It increases the replayability a lot. So they did a great job there. Now for number four, I want to go over character variants and cosmetics in one point. When it comes to variants, they did an amazing job with Garden Warfare 2. It's one of the main points of Garden Warfare 2, one of the main selling points of that game is all the variants. They did a phenomenal job with that, and they can just keep that going in a Garden Warfare 3. They don't need to do anything else there. Of course, more variants, obviously, especially for Hoverguard and Torchwood and whatever new like classes they would add. But besides that, I mean, they can just keep doing what they've done because it's worked really great. Have some unique variants that aren't element related on all the different characters, and also just give all of the characters the elements. And that's it, honestly. That's all you need to do there. However, when it comes to the customization, I did not think Garden Warfare 2 did a very good job at that. Battle for Neighborville, they did a better job. I'm sure some of you agree with that because in Garden Warfare 2, there's just so many different customizations. Like there's the silver, gold, bronze. I don't know if there's bronze, but there's just so many diamond, gem. Like there's just all of these things. It's just too much, honestly. In Battle for Neighborville, the customizations they meant a little more. Like they were more unique. Now I just feel like you open a pack, and you just get a bunch of stuff you don't care about. So the customization, honestly, they can add less customization, less different actual individual items, but just make them more detailed and make each piece mean more. And then, yeah, like they did in Battle for Neverville. However, when it comes to actually progressing and getting all of these things, no battle pass. I am so tired of battle pass in game, and I'm sure a lot of you agree with that as well. Battle passes have ruined everything. Fortnite did actually do a good job with the battle pass, especially in Chapter 1. I am very biased to Chapter 1 because I played all through Chapter 1, and they did a good job with that. But Battle for Neighborville, I think they had a battle pass. It's not needed. Like every time you log into a game, you see battle pass. We don't need so many battle passes. Like have your own way of progressing. Garden Warfare 2, you just get coins and you open packs. It works. I like it. I'm sure some people don't like it. I do. I don't have a problem with that at all. It's a good way to progress through the game. I've had no problem with that at least. Honestly, same with Overwatch. I know Overwatch had like, I don't know if there were some lawsuits or something, but they had some troubles because there was something about it being like gambling or something. I don't think it's that bad. I think the loot boxes were okay. I mean, you level up, you get a loot box, easy. And honestly, in Garden Warfare 2, as long as you just actually play the game a little bit, you're going to get all of the variants, in not that long. But it's also good that there's a bit of a grind to it as well. There's a fine line. You should grind for stuff, but it shouldn't be like too much of a grind. And I feel like Garden Warfare 2 did a good job with that. When I was younger, I never really had any issue with did not feeling like I wasn't able to get characters quick enough. But it wasn't also like you play the game for 10 hours and you have everything. So yeah, they can just keep the system in Garden Warfare 2. They did most things in Garden Warfare 2 really well. Like you'll notice that throughout all of the points here that most things they've already done well. It's just a few things that they should change, really. Most things they did a good job with. However, most likely, the realistic thing is we're never getting a Garden Warfare 3. I hope we are. I don't think we are. I'm sure most of you know by now we're not going to get that game. But it would be great. I mean, the Garden Warfare 2 community is still pretty large, so a lot of people would hop on a Garden Warfare 3. But after Battlefield Neighborville, they might not want to take the risk and make another one. I hope they do, I really do. But I don't know if they're going to do that. They might very much not do that. And that's going to be it for the video. Once again, a quick video just wanting to post today. You know, I don't want to just wait until I get all the stuff I need to be able to stream again. I want to actually make a video whilst I wait for that, like I did with last video. And yeah, I'll edit this video now, and I will catch you guys again soon. Next video, I'll most likely have the audio fixed, most likely. So yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Goodbye.